Okay, so we're going to do the log questions that you need for your chemistry calculations. And really, there's four types of questions here that we're going to be looking at. We're going to look at a straightforward pH question. We're going to look at a pH question where we have two hydrogen. Then we're going to look at the hydroxide ion when we have a POH. So the OH part is really important in this question. And then finally, we're going to look at the hydrogen ion concentration. We have these two formula that we're going to just use over and over again. The first three questions we can do using this formula, and question type number 4, we will use this. You also have these in your journal questions, so you should be able to do one of each of these in your question. If you want a little bit more information, you can read about how pH is used in chemistry. There's some nice interactive tools and some worked out solutions there, as well as this TED video here, which is kind of fun to watch. Okay, so let's do one of each of these question types. So the first one is just a straightforward pH question. And you just have to make sure that you understand that there's just the one hydrogen in this one. So we're going to be using the formula for this one here. I'm just going to make a little bit of space for myself here. So we're looking for pH. What is the pH? And we know the formula for this is the negative log of your hydrogen ion concentration. So we say pH and we substitute in minus log and we sub in our value. So it's 0.0056 here. And then to do this on your calculator, you just say the minus log and you put in 0.0056 and close brackets. And you're getting your answer of 2.25 here. So the pH is equal to 2.251. And we wanted here to two decimal places. So we stop here and our answer would be 2.25 into the Moodle question. Okay, that's the first question type. The second one is very similar. The only thing we have to watch here, and we do have to watch it, otherwise you will get this wrong, is that we have two hydrogen here. So the very same technique as the last time. The only thing we do differently here is we multiply by 2 our hydrogen concentration. So we can actually plug all of this in again. So the formula is pH is equal to the negative log of your hydrogen concentration. So pH is equal to minus log. And now remember, we have two of them. So it's 2 times it's 0.0060. And when we plug this all into our calculator, it's going to be the negative log. And then we have 2 by 0.006. And just see our calculator here so you can see what's going on. 0.006, close our brackets, and we're getting 1.92 for our answer. So it's 1.920. Again, to two decimal places, so the answer would go in as 1.92 here for our pH. One more pH type of question, but this is a little bit different. In this one, we're looking for the hydroxide ion. So similarly to the hydrogen ion concentration, you can find the concentration of the hydroxide ion by using the negative log of the POH. So in order to find POH, now this is just something if you haven't come across it before, to find so pH plus POH give you 14. Therefore, the POH value, we're going to subtract pH from both sides. It's plus pH. They will undo. So it's going to be 14 minus pH here. So to do this, what we do is we get the pH of we get the pH value here of the solution that we're given, and then we subtract it from 14. So this is the technique you use when you're trying to find the hydroxide ion. So this part here is really important, the OH part, and I'm going to highlight this in yellow just to flag the difference in the questions. The previous ones we had just a H or H2, and in this one we're looking for OH, so the hydroxide ion. So what we do is we can plug it all into our calculator again if we want. So POH is going to be 14 minus the pH. So we can get the pH here. So POH is going to be 14. And then to find out the pH value, it's going to be minus the minus log of the hydrogen ion, which we can plug in. So POH is 14 minus the log of, and the value we have here is 0.0054. If you're plugging this into calculate, you just need to be careful on this one. So it's going to be the negative log. Sorry, we start with 14 minus, and then we can put in a brackets the negative log, and it's 0.0054. And we close our brackets, and this is giving us an answer here of 11.732. So the POH value is 11.732, again to two decimal places, so 11.73 is the answer. So far, just to remind you in these questions, if you see just say something like this, hydrochloric acid, you can just get the pH of it normally. If you see 2H, you have to multiply the concentration by 2 in the formula. And if you see OH, you have to subtract the answer from 14 to get your answer. One more question type here, and this question type is just using the formula the other way around. So this time, instead of looking for pH, we've been given the pH this time, and we're looking for, sorry, that's not this one here, so using this formula, yeah, we're given the pH and we're looking for the hydrogen ion concentration. So we use the formula that the hydrogen ion concentration is equal to 10 to the minus pH. We've been given the pH value, so the hydrogen ion concentration is 10 to the minus 2.7. Again, we can plug this into our calculator here. Now just watch this button here is the better button to use. I know some students were using other buttons and it didn't quite work. So we do 10 to the power of, and it's going to be minus, oops, it's going to be minus 2.7, press equal to, and we're getting our answer here like this. Now we might need to type it into Moodle. So what we can do is press Shift and Eng button here. And we do that a few times. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see all of this. We're going to press Shift and Eng again until we get 10 to the 0, which means this is the real number here. So I'm going to zoom in on the number so you can see it. So once you have 10 to the 0, you can type this number in. You can also type it in scientific notation into Moodle, and it should mark you okay. It wants it to two significant figures, so not significant, first significant, second significant, and the number under my finger is greater than 5, so that'll round the 9 up to a 10 and the 1 up to a 2. So our answer will go into Moodle 0.002. So that's the straightforward, just working out the hydrogen ion concentration. So 4 question types and just these 2 formula that you will use over and over again for this.